this can make it incredibly difficult for individuals to resist urges and control their pornography consumption.
Right.
Even when they recognize the negative consequences, right? The physical change in the brain that underscores the addictive nature of pornography.
And he cited research suggesting that excessive pornography use can impair attention span, memory, and decision-making abilities.
Yeah, that's fascinating and a little bit scary. The constant stimulation and novelty seeking associated with pornography can really overtax the brain's reward system, leading to a decrease in that overall cognitive function.
And then there's the link between pornography addiction and emotional dysregulation.
Yeah.
He points out that individuals struggling with this addiction often experience heightened anxiety, depression, mood swings,
Right.
which can make it difficult to cope with everyday stressors and maintain healthy relationships.
Yeah, and this highlights the need to address those underlying emotional issues as part of the recovery process, It's not just about stopping the behavior, it's about understanding the root causes and developing those healthier coping mechanisms.
And he's a big advocate for therapy.
Yes.
As a way to equip individuals with the tools to manage their emotions, develop healthier coping mechanisms, and build resilience in the face of challenges.
Therapy can be that safe space to explore those deeper emotional needs that might be driving the addiction.
Right.
And to develop those more constructive ways of meeting those needs.
So he then shifts the focus to the broader societal implications of this widespread pornography consumption. And he expresses concern about the potential impact on our attitudes towards women and relationships, arguing that the normalization of pornography can contribute to the objectification and exploitation of women.
He's essentially saying that the images and narratives that we consume can shape our perceptions of reality, right? And when those images consistently portray women in submissive and demeaning roles, it reinforces those harmful gender stereotypes and power dynamics.
He points out that pornography often presents this distorted and unrealistic view of intimacy, devoid of emotional connection and respect. It's a world where consent is rarely discussed and where women are primarily seen as objects of male pleasure.
And this can have a profound impact on those societal attitudes and behaviors, right?
Right.
Potentially contributing to this culture where violence against women and sexual harassment are more readily accepted.
And so he stresses the need to challenge these harmful representations and promote a more respectful and equitable view of women.
Right. It's about recognizing that link between the images we consume and the values we uphold as a society.
Right.
If we want to create a world where women are treated with dignity and respect, we need to be mindful of the messages that we're internalizing through media and entertainment.
He also expresses concern about the impact of pornography on the development of young people.
Yeah.
He worries that early exposure can skew their perceptions of sex and relationships, leading to unrealistic expectations and potentially harmful behaviors.
And he's not saying that all young people who watch pornography are going to turn into abusers or develop unhealthy attitudes towards sex. But he is suggesting that it can create a lot of confusion and set unrealistic expectations, especially for those who are still developing their sense of self and understanding of relationships.
And he advocates for age-appropriate sex education. That provides accurate and comprehensive information about sexuality, relationships, and consent. It's about equipping young people with the knowledge and skills to make those informed decisions about their sexual health and to navigate the complexities of relationships in a safe and responsible manner.
He also stresses the importance of having those open and honest conversations about pornography with young people. Right? It's about addressing the potential risks and harms while emphasizing the importance of respect, consent, and healthy relationships.
Right. He believes that parents and educators play a crucial role in guiding young people towards healthy media consumption.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about creating that safe and supportive environment where they can explore these topics without shame or fear of judgment.
Right, and that's a challenge, especially in the digital age.
Right.
He acknowledges that with the proliferation of internet access and mobile devices, it's become incredibly difficult to prevent young people from encountering pornography online.
And he doesn't offer any easy solutions, but emphasizes the need for this multifaceted approach that involves parental controls, education, and open dialogue.
Yeah, it's about working together to create a culture where healthy sexuality is discussed openly and where young people are given the tools and the support they need to make responsible choices. choices.
And he also advocates for policies that hold pornography producers and distributors accountable for the content they create and disseminate.
Yeah, it's about striking that balance between protecting freedom of expression and safeguarding the well-being of individuals and society as a whole.
So let's move into the strategies that he suggests for preventing and overcoming pornography addiction.
Okay.
And he stresses that prevention is crucial.
Yeah.
Particularly for young people, who are more vulnerable to the allure of pornography.
He's a big advocate for those comprehensive sex education programs that address healthy sexuality, relationships, and the potential risks of pornography.
Right. It's about providing young people with the knowledge and skills to make those informed decisions about their media consumption and their sexual health.
Absolutely. They need accurate information about sex and relationships, not just what they might pick up from pornography.
Exactly.
And
he also highlights the importance of parents and educators in fostering those open and honest conversations about pornography.
Yes.
Creating a safe and supportive environment where young people can discuss their concerns and ask questions without fear of judgment.
It's crucial, yeah.
Now, what about people who are already struggling with this addiction?
Right.
What strategies does he suggest for them?
Well, he strongly emphasizes the importance of seeking professional help, particularly from therapists specializing in addiction and sexual health.
Right. Therapy can provide individuals with the tools and support to manage cravings, address those underlying emotional issues, and develop healthier coping mechanisms.
Absolutely.
He also highlights the benefits of joining support groups, where individuals can connect with others who understand their struggles and share strategies for recovery.
He believes that building that sense of community and accountability can be incredibly empowering for those individuals on that journey to recovery.
He also offers some practical tips for managing triggers and urges.
Oh, okay.
He suggests identifying situations or emotions that tend to trigger pornography use and developing strategies to avoid or cope with them.
Right.
So this might involve limiting exposure to triggering content, finding alternative activities to engage in, or practicing mindfulness techniques to manage cravings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He also emphasizes the importance of creating a supportive environment that minimizes temptation.
Right.
So this might involve installing internet filters, removing triggering materials from the home, or seeking accountability from trusted friends or family members.
He's essentially saying that willpower alone isn't always enough.
Right.
Sometimes you need to make those changes to your environment to make it easier to resist those urges.
Exactly. He also encourages individuals to focus on developing healthy habits that support recovery.
Right.
So this might include engaging in regular exercise, prioritizing sleep, eating a balanced diet, pursuing hobbies and activities that bring joy and fulfillment.
Yeah, it's about building that fulfilling life that doesn't revolve around pornography.
Right.
When you're filling your days with those positive experiences and connections, the urge to escape into that virtual world becomes less powerful.
And he also stresses the importance of self-compassion and patience.
Yes.
Recovery is a journey.
It is.
With its ups and downs.
It is.
It's essential to be kind to yourself, celebrate those small victories, and view setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth.
It's about recognizing that recovery isn't linear,
Right.
There will be bumps along the road, and it's important to have that support system in place to help you through those challenging moments.
And to offer a glimmer of hope, he shares some inspiring stories of individuals who have successfully overcome pornography addiction.
Oh, that's great.
These stories demonstrate that recovery is possible with the right support and commitment.
He emphasizes that while the journey may be challenging, the rewards of breaking free from pornography addiction are immeasurable, right?
Right.
Individuals in recovery often report these incredible improvements in their relationships, mental health, self-esteem, and overall well-being.
Yeah, it's a powerful reminder that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely there is.
And he concludes by reiterating the importance of seeking help and not suffering in silence.
Yeah.
He reminds listeners that pornography addiction is a treatable condition and that there are resources available to support individuals on their journey to recovery.
Yes, absolutely.
And he encourages individuals to reach out to mental health professionals, support groups, or trusted loved ones for help.
Breaking free from pornography addiction is possible, and seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness.
His insights provide this valuable roadmap for understanding the complexities of pornography addiction, its impact on individuals and society, and the pathways to recovery.
His expertise really shines through in his discussion of the importance of prevention, early intervention, and comprehensive support for those struggling with this often hidden addiction.
It's encouraging to hear that there are people out there actively, working to help those struggling with this addiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, one of the things he really kind of hit on that I thought was interesting was how in a lot of cultures, we tend to frame pornography addiction solely as a moral failing, rather than as a genuine addiction.
Yeah, and that can be so damaging,
Right.
It prevents people from seeking help, and it just perpetuates the stigma surrounding this issue. It's like telling someone with a gambling addiction to just stop placing bets.
Right.
It completely ignores those underlying psychological and neurological components of addiction.
He draws this comparison to other addictions, like substance abuse.
Yeah.
Emphasizing that they all have serious consequences for mental, emotional, and even physical health.
Right. It's not just a matter of willpower or making better choices.
Uh-huh.
It's about recognizing that the brain has literally been hijacked by the addictive substance or behavior.
And so if we're going to effectively address pornography addiction, we need to approach it with that same understanding and compassion that we would any other addiction.
He's advocating for a more science-based approach that recognizes that complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors, that contribute to this addiction.
And that includes acknowledging that professional help is often necessary.
Yes.
Just like it is for someone struggling with alcohol or drug addiction.
Exactly. Therapy can provide individuals with the tools and strategies they need to manage cravings, to address those underlying emotional issues, and to develop those healthier coping mechanisms.
He also talks about the importance of building a supportive network of friends and family who can offer encouragement and understanding.
Having that support system in place can make a world of difference in the recovery process. It helps individuals stay accountable and motivated when the going gets tough.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how this addiction can manifest differently in men and women.
Yeah.
He notes that while the issue is often portrayed as primarily affecting men, women are increasingly struggling with pornography addiction as well.
And it's crucial to recognize that women may face those unique challenges and stigmas, associated with their pornography use. The societal expectations surrounding female sexuality can make it even harder for them to admit they have a problem and to seek help.
And he points out that the types of pornography that women are exposed to can differ from what men typically seek out.
Yeah, and this can further complicate the issue. Women may be more likely to encounter content that reinforces those unrealistic beauty standards and objectification, which, as we know, can lead to body image issues and low self-esteem.
It's a reminder that pornography is not this monolithic entity.
Right.
There are different genres and subgenres that appeal to different desires and fantasies.
Yeah, and some of those genres can be particularly harmful, especially to women.
And he stresses the need for more research and awareness.
Yes.
Specifically focused on the experiences of women struggling with pornography addiction.
Yeah, we need to ensure that they have access to those tailored support and resources that address their unique needs and challenges.
It's about recognizing that this isn't just a quote, men's issue.
Exactly.
Women need a seat at the table when we're talking about prevention, treatment, and recovery.
100%.
Another fascinating point he raises is the link between pornography addiction and social isolation. He suggests that pornography can create this vicious cycle where individuals withdraw from real-life relationships and social interactions.
It's seductive in a way.
Right,
because it offers that sense of control, instant gratification, and escape from the complexities of those real-life relationships.
Right.